Hey guys, so today's routine, we're gonna do a squat test. So the only equipment we might need is a towel. One of the positions might be uncomfortable for some of our feet, so the towel is just to pad the foot, okay? But we'll get to that later. So first thing we're gonna start with is a squat. So we're gonna get to the bottom of our squat. We're just gonna stay there for about a minute, and then we're gonna do a bunch of hip mobility routines, and then retest the squat, see if it feels better, worse, different, okay? So, first thing, as mentioned, let's get our feet shoulder width apart. Okay, try and keep your chest nice and tall. We're just gonna sit here at the bottom of our squat. You can rest your arms on your knees. Okay? Just sit here for about a minute. Try and notice while you're here, if there's anything that's bothering you. Maybe the front of your feet are hurting. Maybe you feel like you're really slouching forward, or your knees want to cave in. Try and keep little notes like that, because when we retest, see if you still get those feelings that you're getting now. If you're not feeling anything, great. Got about 10 more seconds. All right, and relax. All right, our first mobility drill here, we're gonna do a standing straddle. So I want you to go as wide as you can with your feet, okay? Once you've done that, go about an inch in. So see how far you can go, and then just come a little bit further in. And then from here, hands on the floor if you can, or you can place them on a chair. And we're just gonna hold here. We're gonna stretch the inner thighs, okay? Then once you get comfortable, see if you can push a little bit further out with your feet. But I don't want you to start right away at your, like the widest you can go, because we're gonna hold here for about 2 minutes. Okay, and your 2 minutes start now. So start with something comfortable, and then as time goes by, see if you can go further and further out. As well, try and keep your feet flat on the floor. Try not to let any piece of your foot come off the floor. And for those that are finding standing uncomfortable in this position, you can do it seated. You can sit down on the floor with your legs far apart as well. Okay, that's another option. One more minute. Thirty seconds. $15, 10, 'All right, slowly let's come out of here. Take your time. Once you've gotten out of there, go down to your hands and knees. Okay, our next pose is going to be the frog. Okay, so go as wide as you can with your knees. Feet can be close together or apart. I'll leave that up to you guys. So I like to keep my feet closer together in the back. And then you can choose to be on your hands or on your elbows. And then from here, we're just thinking about sinking our butt back towards our heels, okay? 3 minutes in this position. Again, same as the standing straddle, what we did before. Start with something comfortable, and then as time goes by, try and get deeper into the stretch. Okay? So your 3 minutes starts now. Got about 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Thirty seconds. All right, slowly take your time. Let's come out of this position. And we'll get ourselves seated on the floor with our feet in front of us. Okay, so those first two stretches were to hit the inner thighs, right? If we're limited here, that's going to affect our squat, right? Next, we're going to focus on the outside. So our IT band, something that gets tight very often when we squat a lot. That's our next thing to tackle, okay? So with that, we're going to do a seated cross shin. So we're going to cross our legs. We'll start with our left in front of the right, okay? From here, if you can, if this is enough of a stretch, great, just stay here. If not, we're gonna fold ourselves forward, try and get your elbows to touch the floor and our hands. So we're basically just folding ourselves over our legs. 2 minutes here, and then we're gonna switch, okay? So your 2 minutes starts now. Keep holding the positions, guys. Keep holding the position. At any point, if you feel like you can't, like you have to hold your breath because it's so painful, then you're obviously doing too much. Back off a little, okay? But if it's bearable, stay deep in the stretch. Nice deep breaths. Try and think about something else. Got about 40 seconds left on this side. All right, slowly come out of here. Okay. If we're really tight in our T-bands, you're really gonna feel this in the knees a little bit. So let's take a second. Straighten out the legs. And then let's switch sides. So now we're gonna get the right in front of the left. Same position, okay? Get yourselves comfortable. Okay, 2 minutes starts now. And relax. Okay, let's straighten out the legs again. Give them a second to recoup. Okay, our next pose, this is where the towel might have to come into play. So we're gonna do a half saddle. So we're gonna straighten out the left. And with the right leg, we're gonna bend it and keep our foot right next to our right glute. And then we're gonna apply pressure. So we're gonna roll over and try and sit on top of this leg. So we're stretching our ankle, our knee, muscles here of the quads, and a little bit of the hip, okay? So for me, when I started doing this stretch, it would hurt my foot because my ankle was so tight. So I'd get a towel, fold it up, and place it right underneath the knuckle of my feet, okay? But if you don't feel anything, great, you won't need the towel, all right? The towel's there for an option if it hurts your foot, okay? So we're gonna stay here 2 minutes per side. Your 2 minutes starts now. If you're very flexible in this position, you can even lean back. Just lie flat on the floor. Just make sure you're putting majority of the weight on this bent leg. So you're getting a nice stretch in the ankle, knee, and the hip. 15 seconds left. All right, slowly come out of there. That was a lot of time for that one leg. Move the ankle around a little bit if you can. All right, and let's go ahead and switch sides. So bend the left leg now. Remember to keep that foot nice and close to your body or to the glute. Find your position, something tolerable. 2 minutes starts now. We have 1 more minute. Fifteen seconds. All right. Slowly come on out of there. Same as the other side. Let's rotate that ankle if we can. All right. 2 more stretches before we retest. Next one, we're going to go into a hip hinge. So I'll show you from the side first. So we're gonna get the right leg on the knee. The left leg is gonna go out, kind of like the first stretch we did in the beginning where we had both legs out, except just the left one is gonna go out, and the right is on the knee. We're gonna try and get the knee and the heel in line, straight line, okay? And from here, we're just gonna shoot our butt back and forward, okay? And what you're gonna feel is your inner thigh, maybe a little bit of your hamstring, okay? So foot stays flat, heel is in line with the knee, and then from here, we're just shooting our butt back, okay? I'll show you from the front. Okay, so I'm basically trying to sit down on this right leg, but I'm feeling it on my left inner thigh. Okay, we're gonna do this for 1 minute. Nice and easy, we're hinging back as far as we can, and then forward. Back, forward, at your own pace. 1 minute's already started. Got about 45 seconds left. All right, slowly come out of there, and let's switch. So now the left knee is down, right leg is stretched out. Again, making sure my heel is in line with the knee. Okay, from here, same as the other side. Your 1 minute starts now. One side might feel tighter than the other, that's normal, right? We're not all symmetrical on both sides. Ten more seconds on this side. All right. For our last one before we retest, we're gonna go into a half frog, okay? Again, the towel might come into play for the foot, for those of you that find the foot position uncomfortable. So for the half frog, I know a lot of you are familiar, but some of us are not familiar with it. So we want the left leg straight out, and then the right knee, we're gonna bend back again, but this time the leg is not staying near the other one. We're gonna point it out so that we're creating a 90-degree angle here at the hip. So I like to use the clock example. So if I'm sitting on a clock, right, my left leg is pointing at 12, and my right knee is pointing at 3. 12 and 3. So I got a 90-degree angle here. Okay? This foot, the one that's bent, the right leg, is the one that might be uncomfortable for some people. You might want to put a towel under there if it hurts your foot. Okay? We're going to do 3 positions here. We're going to do a minute of reaching over to the left, a minute in between both, and a minute rotating, looking at that back leg. Okay? So starting with the front leg, 1 minute starts now. 10 more seconds here. All right, next position, if you can, get your elbows to the floor. If not, hands here. If you're having trouble getting forward, you can place one hand behind and the other one in front. Just try and stay tall. But if you're flexible, again, try and fold yourself forward in between both legs, okay? 1 minute's already started. Got about 50 seconds left. All right, and the last one, we're just rotating at our torso. Rotate and look towards that back leg. One minute's already started. Got about 50 seconds left. Ten more seconds. All right, slowly, slowly, take your time. Let's come on out of here. It's a lot of time in one position. Okay, and let's slowly make our way to the other side. So now the right leg is straight, right? My right leg is pointing at 12. And my left knee is pointing towards 9 o'clock. I'm sitting on that clock, right? Okay, so this side for me is tight. So try best I can here. So let's do 1 minute, starting with the front leg. 10 more seconds. All right, now towards the middle. All right, same as the other side. If you can't get yourself forward, one hand behind, stay nice and tall. If you're flexible, let's fold ourselves forward. Okay, 1 minute. All right, and for our last position, let's rotate the torso, look towards that back leg. Ten more seconds. And relax. Give it a second here. All right, here comes the retest. Stand up. Let's get our feet ready. Feet shoulder width apart. Remember, chest nice and high. Let the knees track over the toes. Let's get into our deep squat. See how it feels now. Feels much better for me in the beginning. Okay, 1 minute. Just try and stay 1 minute here. Ten more seconds. And relax. Awesome work, guys.
What a